Now, hello everyone, welcome back to Challenging Innovation. Now, in today's video, we are back in the flight simulator today, checking out this kind of new-ish plane, kind of modeled nicely plane from the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Now, this is, of course, the Global Master Boeing C17. Now, you can see around the kind of cabin or exterior model here, you can see kind of how realistic it is, of course, here in the flight simulator. Now, you can definitely buy this. This is actually on the marketplace store for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. You can see that this is in the store available for purchase, or if you have the Aviator Edition or Premium Deluxe version of the game, you will get this plane. So we're just going to check out today what you kind of get with that plane. Now, you can see from the exterior model, it's very nicely modeled here with its 4 engines here, of course, all working. When you come around to the back, you can see the flap surfaces as well as the rest of the plane. Very nicely modeled. Even if we get out here, you can walk around and see just how beautiful this plane is on the ground. You can see all of the landing gear here. All of these are checked and look very, very nice. So in today's video, we're going to be definitely checking out the C17 and seeing how it flies. Let's get into it. So now already in the cockpit, you can see how realistic this plane is. Just by looking around, you can see a lot of these switches here work. You can see all of these little things kind of are working here. These are the controllers for the hydraulics. Of course, we do not have circuit breakers, but this is not like a super high level airplane. You can even open up the curtains back here to kind of see into this little crew rest area, into the cargo hold of the plane. Now we can take a look into what the cargo hold of the plane has to offer for us, and you can see how nice this is. This is a very cargo holdy area. Of course, we have our large door at the aft of the plane, and we can come back into the cockpit and see this kind of rest area that is behind it. Here you can see we have our captain, first officer, engineer type thing, and this is back here. So very, very nice. You have a little jump seat there. Very cool. In the flight simulator, you can even see that the fasten seatbelt sign is on for the cargo back there to make sure that they are all, very safe, as well as all of the crew that might be back here, say military personnel or other type of people. You can see all of these seats lining the side of the plane. Now let's check out the rest of this plane and see what it has to offer. Now in the back of the plane, we have deployed this little ramp here that we sadly can't really get on here in exterior mode, but you can see from exterior mode how kind of nice this looks from the outside. You can see that is how, if you were deploying troops over like a battlefield, they would kind of parachute down off of this. They could just jump off the back of the plane, or if you're loading cargo into the plane. Now this is actually very nice to use. You have this little iPad here. You can control the brightness, of course, but also all of the different types of kind of equipment here that you can actually control, like the ramp. You can see we could put the ramp up here very simply. That will release the slide there, and we could put the ramp up just simply by clicking this. At least it should. Does not seem to be working right now, but it did work earlier. You can see we can open up our paratrooper doors here on the side. That's if your other people were to need to get out of the airplane. You can see very nice there. So very, very interesting plane. But in this video, we're going to kind of test the limits of the C17. See where it can and can't land. Because as you know, this is a plane that is used by the military. Why wouldn't it have good capabilities? So let's get into it. Now, yes, for the first test of this video, we will be landing at St. Bartholomew here with our ginormous plane. Now, the goal here is to kind of land pretty quickly and get down here. So we're going to put the flaps down a little late, but of course better than ever. You can kind of hear this old GPWS callouts.
150, 100, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
There we are on the ground. We're going to go full reverse thrust and left on the brakes. Fully into the brakes. Oh, we did snipe kind of part of the wall here. But even with that, we were actually still able to stop. Even without reverse thrust that I just figured out was not activated. Let's check out that replay mode here. See how we did this landing. Now you can actually see this is our coming in here. We came kind of low over these trees, kind of like you have to get level with this side of the runway of St. Bartholomew. If we basically land on the other side, we'd probably not make it. So let's see this landing here. Of course, the wingspan of the C17 is a little larger than this runway can handle. Landing back on this side as we then clip this little fence here. As we then kind of slow down. So I do call this a success. I think we should make this a little harder on the poor little C17 here and try a little bit smaller. How about we try the runway at Courchevel? Let's do it. Here we are coming into Courchevel with our C17 here. Now this is definitely a much harder one as it is on the side of a mountain. One airport we really haven't been to in a while. We are now coming in pretty slow here at 130 knots. You can see here we come in kind of a little left of the runway. Ooh, kind of a little bit of a low go around probably. Definitely a go around there. Oh, and we did just crash very much here at Courchevel. This is probably not the best airport for our kind of activities here with the C17. Now, thank you guys so much for watching this video. This is a pretty interesting plane that is very kind of recognizable and usable in the flight simulator. You can see very, very nice models, very, very nice other things. So I say if you are a very big C17 fan, this plane is definitely good for you to purchase off the Microsoft Flight Simulator store, or if you already have larger editions of the Flight Simulator, you get it for just included. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and have a great day.